Good day everyone, especially to our instructor, Ms. Almira Haluag. I am Janeline Gallio and I will be discussing about utilization of food. Introduction to food utilization in parasitoids. Parasitoid food efficiency. Parasitoids exhibit high food efficiency, consuming high nutrient food within hosts that have limited food supply. Meaning, parasitoids demonstrate high food efficiency by extracting nutrients from their host, which often have limited food supplies. This efficiency is attributed to their ability to utilize the host tissues, which are typically rich in essential nutrients, allowing parasitoids to convert consumed biomass into their own growth effectively. Thus, parasitoids play a vital role in ecosystems by controlling host populations and contributing to biological pest control. So, the parasitoid species studied for food utilization is Coccygomimum instigator, family Ichneumonidae, a family of parasitic wasp, Pteromalus puparum, family Pteromalidae, a family of wasp often parasitic. Gallus macrurus, family Ichneumonidae, another species of parasitic wasp. Brachymeria intermedia, family Chalcidae, a family of chalcid wasp. Ventura canescens, family Eulophidae, a family of parasitic wasp. And lastly, Sidaphus alarus, family Eulophidae, also part of the parasitic wasp group. So these families primarily consist of parasitic wasps, which play significant roles in controlling pest populations. Net conversion efficiency in parasitoids. So what is net conversion efficiency? So this is the proportion of assimilated food converted to body mass according to Petrosiewicz 1967. So the efficiency range of net conversion efficiency varied from 11% to 62% with a mean of 37%. The comparison with herbivores, parasitoid efficiency is lower than that of many herbivores and detritivores. The factors affecting conversion efficiency. Rapid growth versus efficient growth. So according to Slansky 1986, selection may favor rapid growth over efficient food utilization in certain ecological contexts. Rapid growth allows organisms to quickly exploit available resources and reproduce before environmental conditions change or competition increases. This strategy can be particularly advantageous in environments with high predation rates of resource variability, where faster life cycles enhance survival chances. Next is inverse relationship. So, according to Welch 1968, the inverse relationship between growth efficiency and assimilation refers to the tendency of higher ingestion rates to correlate with lower assimilation efficiencies. When organisms consume food at a high rate, they often cannot fully process and utilize all the nutrients, leading to increased waste and lower efficiency or overall efficiency in converting food into biomass. Assimilation efficiency in parasitoids. So, what is assimilation efficiency? So, it is a percentage of ingested food that is assimilated into the body. High assimilation rates. So, parasitoids had assimilation rates between 55% and 94% with a mean of 67%, higher than herbivores and detritivores, which is 40% to 50% only. So, there is a case study about Ventura canescens, a family Ichneumonidae. So, the larvae showed 65% net conversion efficiency and 95% assimilation when reared on Anagasta. predators versus parasitoids and food utilization. Food utilization by predators. So, like parasitoids, predators also show high food efficiency, especially when they wait for their prey, reducing metabolic expenditure, according to Lawton, 1971. Predator assimilation efficiency. In studies, 11 predators had a mean assimilation efficiency of 86%, significantly higher than parasitoids, which is 37% to 98%. So example, Geocoris punctypes. So the gross conversion efficiency is only 53%, net conversion efficiency is 55%, and the assimilation efficiency is 95%. So therefore, we conclude that parasitoids show high assimilation efficiency despite lower net conversion efficiency. Now, while parasitoids are efficient, predators tend to have higher assimilation efficiencies. These efficiencies reflect adaptations to limited food availability and metabolic constraints in both groups. That would be all. Thank you.